Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Byju's exam prep. First of all, tell me if I'm audible or not. Thank you. Great. We'll start in a minute or two. Let others join. Good morning. I'm good. Better. Better. Ziva, I think I've replied to your mail of note making, as far as I remember. Yes, Rohit, there will be an extra class on Saturday. Palak, I don't think I've got anything. Again, if anyone thinks their mail has not been replied, please tag me again. Because yesterday there was a lot of classes. Great. Those who have completed in one day, some of you are writing they completed the whole class 8th NCRT. Congratulations to you. Those who have completed all the chapters of class 8th, great work. Everyone, just a simple thing I'm asking. If you have completed your class 8th NCRT, don't you think you are feeling much more happier, satisfied, isn't it? Confident, of course, confident also. Great. Those who have done the PYQ also, absolutely marvelous work. Great. Sandeep, the room is small, the AC is very, is blasting, even though I've kept the temperature at 25. That's why. All of you, again, see, those who have completed the NCRT by my lectures also, great. No, that's what, Naman, I gave the target only for class 8. See, all of you. See, apart from the lectures, if you all see, I have asked you to do a few things. Like I asked you to look at chronology lectures. I asked you to look at the NCRT lectures. And I've asked you to look at the PYQ lectures. Hopefully, everybody who is in the class, if you have written any mail to me regarding these three things, I have already replied to you. Where to find all these three? Chronology, NCRT, PYQ. And I feel those who have seen these lectures, hopefully, for example, PYQ lectures, if you have gone through the PYQ lectures, let's say mains, you would have got an idea how to write the answers. How do we start, introduction, then how do we conclude, what all can be in the body, all those things. Similarly, if you have seen the chronology lecture, I hope you all would have understood how the things have moved in those years. And those who have done the NCRT, again I'm repeating, your confidence would be high. You would see that you are understanding everything. Again, anyone who has not done these three things, anything, and if you don't know, write a mail to me and make this Sunday, that is on Saturday, we would have an extra class, and then make this Sunday your target. For those who are writing, that see, I could do this many chapter, could not do 1 or 2 chapters. Try completing it on Sunday. Everyone, am I clear? Yes, after from Saturday you can begin. From Saturday to Sunday, complete it. Those who have done, great job. For those whose it is left, Saturday, Sunday, देखो, whenever you are studying for UPSC, it should always be target driven. There should be a target for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and of course for the whole year. So if I am studying, if Rohit Kumar is a student, my today's target would be I will complete this chapter. My 7 day target would be I would complete, let's say, 20% of the portion. My 1 month target would be I will complete this subject and that also. My whole year, of course, would be something. Everyone, let's begin the studies now. I hope enough about this. Madhuri, write a mail to me. See, Kritika, write a mail. Okay. All of you, if you remember, that day, that is day before yesterday, we were doing 28th month of Congress government. And everyone, we have already done civil liberties. If you all remember, we have completed civil liberties. Today, I had already told you, for example, we shall see agrarian reforms, we shall see their attitude towards labor. All these things we have to see. So one by one, let's start with agrarian reforms. Everyone, what do you understand by agrarian reforms? Absolutely. Reforms in the agriculture sector. Changes in agriculture. Now, all of you, there are some very basic points. Some very, very basic points. All of you, you should think. If I say that Congress wants to make some big changes when it comes to agriculture, will I be correct or not? Everyone, more than 90% of your population is directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture. So don't you think Congress would want to do a lot of things for farmers or peasants? But then I would say that there were certain constraints. All of you, if you do not understand the meaning of constraints, it means limitations. There were certain limitations as far as Congress was concerned. And you people tell me if you understand this point or not. All of you, Congress would want to reduce the loan indebtedness on the farmers. I am saying the Congress governments did not have adequate financial powers. Am I correct or not? All of you, did Congress control all the money? Do you think so? No. Congress does not have all the money. The money is with the central government, the British government. So, Congress does not have adequate financial powers. Number two, I would say World War II. Everyone, when did World War II begin? All of you, absolutely. 1939. And in which year are we right now? Congress government was formed in which year? All of you. Congress government was formed in 1937. So everyone, you tell me, don't you think that in 1937-38 the war clouds had started to appear? Those who have done world history, those who will study it later, don't you remember that Hitler had already started attacking the Western countries since 1938? Now, everyone, you people tell me, when the World War is going to start, do you think the British government would have focus on agriculture? Each one of you. When there is a chance of a world war, do you think that the Britishers would even focus on this? Okay, thank you. Now, everyone, those who are from agricultural background in this class, some of your parents or your relatives would be in agriculture. Tell me one thing. Will I be correct to say that the problems of agriculture, they are very, very complex as well as complicated? Will I be correct to say this or not? Dekho, I will say only one line. Everyone, we got independence in 1947. We are in 2023. Tell me, all of you, have we been able to solve all the issues of farmers in 76 years? No. Don't the farmers, they do suicide even today? Are our farmers not yet dependent on monsoon? Now, all of you, very simple point. A problem that could not be solved in 76 years, tell me, can it be solved in 28 months? You tell me. Do you think in 28 months, Congress will be able to solve all the problems? I don't think so. Isn't it? It's a very, very tough thing. Now, those who did Swaraj Party with me, remember one point. I had taught you over there that Swaraj Party had gone in the councils with obstructionist methodology. Everyone, do you remember this? That means Congress always went with the confrontation, non-cooperation, or as people Megha is writing, end or mend strategy. Now, you people, you tell me, when Congress has never cooperated with the government, do you think government will now cooperate with Congress? All of you. Congress never cooperated with government. Do you think Congress will be now cooperated by the government? Never. So government will always try to show that, see, you are not able to solve this particular problem. Last thing, all of you, those who are from Bihar, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, UP, Uttar Pradesh, states like this, tell me, all of you, in your states, do you have a Vidhan Sabha as well as Vidhan Parishad? Don't you have Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council? You have? Okay, good. No, it was there in J&K, but it's not there. Now tell me one thing, all of you. In all these states where there are legislative assemblies as well as legislative councils, if any bill has to be passed, it has to be passed in both the houses. Am I correct or not? All of you, am I correct or not that if there is any bill to be passed, it has to be passed in both the houses? Now, tell me one thing. In those days, Assam, UP, Bihar, Bombay, Madras, all these had two houses. That is, they also had one legislative council. Now, listen to me very carefully. Everyone, in the legislative council, most of the times, the people who were there, they were zamindars, money lenders, capitalists. Now, let's say I am Congress. All of you, think about this. Let's say I am Congress and I want to bring a bill eliminating zamindari. Do you think the second house will let it pass? Each one of you. Will the second house allow this bill to be passed? For that matter, all of you think, forget zamindari law for a second. Think about any law. Will it be passed? Any law, will it be passed if Congress does not have a working relation with these people? Each one of you, if Congress does not have a working relation with zamindar or the money lender or the capitalist, will they allow any bill to be passed? No. Everybody admits this. So, everyone, can you see? This is also a big constraint of Congress, that Congress has to keep these people also happy with them. Everyone, am I clear? Everyone. No, I'm not saying, please understand, Raj, I'm not saying that Congress did not do anything. Please understand, I'm only saying Congress could have done many things, but then Congress always could not do those things mainly because of these constraints. Am I clear? No, if you want example, some bills, small bills, like let's say forest grazing fee was reduced, some land reforms were brought, some land tenure laws were brought. So some laws were brought, but I'm not saying that the farmers' conditions became very good in a day. In fact, let me tell you, Congress does not have a magic wand. जादू की छड़ी नहीं है that all the problems will disappear in a day or two. The problems are there and it will take some time to disappear. Am I clear, everyone? All of you clear? Done. Everyone, forget this last point. Forget this last point. Look at the 6 points. Tell me. Yes, Musharraf. Any problem in this 6 points? Why I'm telling you this? Because we have studied this at different places. All of you, I hope you would remember. Still, any problem with this 6 points? All of you, any problem? Prison reforms are undertaken even today. For example, I don't want you to go to jail, I'm sorry. If you will ever see the jails, in the jails, the people, they are kept and they are also taught some constructive activities, so that when they go out again after the jail's term is over, they would be able to do those things and earn livelihood. Those who are asking 1, please understand. Those who are asking point number 1, go back and study your module number 17. Gandhiji's 11 points. Gandhiji's 11 demands, I have already told you what is prohibition. Please be very, very clear. Those who are asking number 6, please understand, go back and study your module number 12 when I am teaching you Swadeshi and boycott. Okay? Those who are asking about, no, not everywhere. Please understand, Shreyash, timing is different. That was 34, now we are in 37, 38. Those who are asking about number 4, please, Swadeshi boycott. Gandhiji is asking everyone to go for Khadi. And now, even today, there are Khadi stores where Khadi is sold at a cheaper rate so that it can be promoted. Everyone, am I clear? Prohibition, for example, if you want an example, alcohol. Now, please see this point and put 3 star over here. Please mug it up, all of you. Mug it up. Remember, Subhash Chandra Bose, President of Congress in Haripura, as well as Tripuri. Haripura 1938, Tripuri 1939, and at this moment we are in 1938. You can see here it's written 1938. So there was a National Planning Committee formed under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, and the President of Congress at this moment was Subhash Chandra Bose. Please remember this point for your prelims exam. Everyone, please remember this point for your prelims exam. Am I clear? Everyone, this can come in prelims. People get confused. A lot of people think that Subhash Chandra Bose was the head of this. But then, please understand, the head was not Netaji S.C. Bose, but rather Jawaharlal Nehru. Moving to the next point. All of you, attitude towards labor. Now, very simple thing I'm asking. When Congress was not in power, let's say Rohit Kumar is a labor worker. Everyone, will Congress not always say to me that if you have a problem, let's go for a strike? But now when Rohit Kumar wants to do strike, everyone, Rohit Kumar, the worker, now when he does the strike, when Congress is in power, don't you think the attitude of Congress will be different? Everyone, simple thing I'm saying, that Congress when in power and when not in power, don't you think the Congress attitude would be different? Each one of you, it will be different. Thank you. Because now Congress has to control these labor disputes. Now you all tell me, can Congress simply arrest me and put me behind the bar right now or not? Simple thing I'm asking. If I'm doing a strike, can Congress put me in bar? Put me behind the bar? All of you, you people are writing, many of you are writing yes. Now tell me, don't you think this way Congress will lose my support? Everyone, think about this. They can arrest me, absolutely true. But don't you think next time I will remember, oh, last time when you came to power, you had arrested me. Now, do you think I will support you? Never. So please understand, Congress had very simple understanding here. Number one, always work for workers' interest. Keep on working, keep on doing the interest of the workers. At the same time, there should be industrial peace also. All of you, do you understand this point? It's a win-win situation. Work for the workers also. At the same time, try to reduce the strikes. How do we do this? We do it by reducing the strikes. Am I clear or not? Everyone, all of you. Now, you people tell me, how will you reduce the strikes? Each one of you, how are you going to reduce the strikes? I will tell you, all of you, before the worker goes on strike, can we do arbitration? Arbitration means talk to the workers. Try to understand their issues. The workers also need to understand the issues of the capitalists. So all of you, arbitration is nothing but mediation, that is talks by ministries. The ministries will talk with the labor as well as capitalists. All of you can understand. Most of the time, worker demand would be what? Salary increase. So can we get some middle ground? Some salaries could be increased at this point. Can we do something like that? So mediation of ministries is required. And that is why most of the time, these strikes, if they happened, they were simply considered as small law and order problems. Now, in your books, it is mentioned this strategy of Congress government was successful everywhere except Bombay. In Bombay, the left parties, the leftists had become very, very strong. And that's why it was not that powerful. So here, a lot of time, Section 144 was imposed and the leaders were arrested. Yes, police in the provinces was under the Congress government. But let me tell you, Musharraf, please understand, everyone, Gandhi ji had said that use, police or army as less as possible. Why? To avoid popular base of Congress from getting eroded. Gandhiji did not want that you should use army or police on common people, which in the long term would not help us. I have already told you, Nehru was also unhappy that day only. Day before yesterday, I told you, privately, when he spoke to Rajaji, that Rajaji, if I do something like this, will you arrest me? He said yes. So Nehru was also like privately, he would be critical of his government. Openly, he might not be able to do that particular thing here. Sorry. Everyone, is the labor point clear? Last thing, only one thing is left. Everyone, is the labor point clear? Last major thing left in this topic. Very important for prelims and this year's mains question. difference between Gandhi ji and Rabindranath Tagore when it comes to education. A lot of points you will get from this, though education is our next topic also. Don't worry about that. But then a lot of points you will get here. Everyone, what is the topic? All of you, have you heard about this? Everyone, have you heard about this? Vardha scheme of education. Kishan, have patience. Okay. Now let me do it from the prelims angle first. Each one of you. Whose idea it is? It is Gandhiji's idea. Now, how did this idea come in his mind? Please remember, Gandhiji wrote a series of articles in Harijan magazine. In Harijan magazine, Gandhiji has written a lot of articles. Based on that, this idea is developing. Now, an all India education conference is being done in Wardha on 22nd, 23rd October 1937. Not that important point, this one, but please remember, as the name suggests, it is happening in Wardha. And those who are asking what is a conference, basically, all the important people of those days, like education ministers of various province, important Congress leaders, everybody was invited. These people were invited to consult with them on the issue of education. Gandhiji himself had presided over this session. See, basically, this session is that what sort of education should be given to our people. For that, this particular session is happening. Now, from this session, under Dr. Zakir Hussain, he was the chairman, a committee was formed. Everyone, this committee's members, some very important members were people like Vinoba Bhave and Kaka Kalelkar. Very, very important people. Remember, this committee's report is known as Vardha Scheme of Education, which came in 1938 March. As I said few minutes back, this is the time of Haripura, and the president of Congress is S.C. Bose, and Congress accepted the report. All of you, any doubt till this point? Any doubt till this point? I have not told you the provisions. I will tell you the provisions. Dr. Zakir Hussain, those who are asking, later became the President of India from 1967 till 69. For 1 minute, let me tell you one story, not related to studies. Everyone, do you know Dr. Zakir Hussain was the first President of India to die in office? He was the president and he had died during the office. Now, all of you, has any other president of India died in office? Everyone, has any other president of India died in office? Who? Till now, nobody has given me the answer. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad. Everyone. First president to die in office, Dr. Zakir Hussain. Second president to die in office, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad. Now, all of you, what is the similarity in them? They both died in office and they both were Muslim presidents. Religion is common. Now, the story starts from here. When Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was invited to become president, somebody advised him, don't become president, you are a Muslim. The great man as he was, he never believed in these things. He was a great scientist and he refused this thing. Fortunately, became the president of India, one of the best presidents of our country, one of the best people to have ever been born in our country. And he, never believed in this. Otherwise, you can understand, many people would have thought, oh my God, Muslims becoming presidents is very, very tough. Everyone, clear with this much? Let me come to another point. Now, many of you are writing certain names of this. See here. All of you, look at three words. Nai Bunyadi Basic. Nai Talim Bunyadi Siksha Basic Education. All of you all understand na? Talim is the Urdu word, Siksha is the Hindi word, education is the English word, and they all refer to only one thing, education. Nai is new, Bunyadi is the basic thing. So a lot of times, please understand, Vardha is also known as Nai Talim, Bunyadi Siksha, basic education, or Bunyadi education, Bunyadi Talim, Nai Siksha, Nai education, different names of the same Vardha scheme of education. Everyone, am I clear till here? Is the names clear? Thank you. Now, no, see, everyone, you have to understand, for Gandhiji, education is very, very important, because Gandhiji feels that for national reconstruction, education will play a very important role. All of you, those who completed class 8th NCERT, there is one chapter on education. We will study next. Those who have done NCERT education chapter, tell me, all of you, did you study the education chapter and did you see that in that chapter on Gandhi and Tagore, a lot of things with regards to education is given or not? Chapter 8 or chapter 7, according to which book you are following. Everyone, Gandhi, see, all of you understand why I tell you to read NCERT. Just I asked you one day. I did not take much time of yours. One day I asked, and trust me, don't you think half of the question, Gandhi and Tagore, their views on education, you could have written some words if you would have read that chapter? Very simple thing I'm asking you people. Don't you think? So please, those who have come late, and I can see even now 3 people just now joined, My suggestion, whenever you study, please, if you have the time, complete the NCRTs. Now, all of you, I will take one extra slide, though I can do it here. I want to be very, very clean in this. Let me do the provisions of this. No, Shriyank. All of you, please understand, number one. Under this, Gandhiji is saying all the teaching will be in vernacular language. All of you, you remember what is vernacular? Everyone, vernacular. So, Gandhiji is saying that the teaching should be in mother language, mother tongue, specifically in the earlier classes. And then from class 8 onwards only introduce foreign language. Am I clear, everyone? Gandhiji is saying 1 to 7 have vernacular language. Class 8 onwards bring English. Let me tell you, I don't know, but try asking your parents once. For example, my father, when he was, in the initial days, when he was a child in Bihar, as you know, I come from Bihar. Their earlier schooling was in Hindi medium. It is only after class 6th or 7th that the English was introduced in their classes. So this is one thing that continued for a very, very long period of time. And let me tell you, everyone, this is scientific. Everyone, any child learns much more if they are taught in their vernacular language. Let me tell you, a lot of you are agreeing to what I said. If you start teaching anyone in the initial days in vernacular, local, because your neighborhood, your surroundings, they are in vernacular medium. Getting my point? Yeah, Kishan, I come from the same state, I know. Okay. Now, all of you, let's come to the second point. Gandhiji says the first 7 years of teaching should be free and compulsory. Everyone, I will ask you a very simple point. You all tell me, don't you think this point later went and was put under DPSP? And in 2009, the right to education, which is now your Article 21A, which is now a fundamental right, is basically the first 8 years of schooling from 6 to 14 should be free and compulsory. All of you, I'm asking a very simple point to you. Don't you think our governments, they have tried to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of our great leaders once they came to power? When we did not have the money, we put it under DPSP. Once we were self-reliant, self-sufficient, this DPSP was turned into a fundamental right. Everyone, am I clear? Now, let's come to the provisions. Another provision, and this is something that you need to understand. Gandhiji says that, let's say, Rohit Kumar, along with education, should also learn some productive form of manual work. Which type of manual work? A handicraft which is related to environment of the child. Now all of you think about this. Very simple point. Gandhiji is saying, let's say Rohit Kumar's father is a blacksmith. So Rohit Kumar should also be given some training in that sort of manual work. If Rohit Kumar's father is a carpenter, Rohit Kumar should be given some form of manual teaching with regards to wood. All of you, what is the idea of Gandhiji here? That this way, the child, along with study, would also get some form of basic manual work, will learn something. But then everyone, please understand, the critics of Gandhiji, those who are doing criticism of Gandhiji, they criticize this point and they say Gandhiji wants the son of a carpenter to remain a carpenter. The son of a, let's say, blacksmith, remain a blacksmith. Everyone, please understand both the sides. Gandhiji's point is that if the potter's son is there, he would get that thing much easier. Whereas the critics, they are saying that this is wrong, because this way, you are restricting the child to one particular thing only. Last point, everyone. What about the remuneration? All of you think you all joined this Vardha scheme of education. Everyone, think about this. How will Rohit Kumar be paid? Because if it is free and compulsory, as Gandhiji is thinking, do you think government will pay for this? Everyone, do you have that sort of money that you can provide free education to everyone? So one big problem is, where will the salary, all of you, where will the remuneration of the teachers come from? So basically Gandhiji's view was that this, teaching places, they will develop contacts with community around these schools. Everyone, for example, let's say I'm presently in Bangalore, and in Bangalore I'm taking class in Koramangala. So Gandhiji's point is that in Koramangala, in the neighborhood areas, what would happen is that there would be some sort of connectivity with the schools, with the local population, with the parents. And slowly, not initially, but slowly, this would be able to extract the remuneration for the teachers also. So everyone, please understand, in simple one words, Gandhiji was not a supporter of Western education, just like Rabindranath Tagore also. And he had basically reacted against this and came up with his own Vardha scheme of education. All of you, I'm done with this. I'm done with the provisions of Vardha. Hopefully you are clear. I have given a lot of time. I have to move to the last part of this chapter, that is evaluation. All of you. Everyone. Now let's say Rohit Kumar is the minister. Rohit Kumar is an Indian man. Don't you think, all of you, the morale of the bureaucracy would go down? Everyone, think about this. A Western bureaucrat, an Englishman, till yesterday could arrest Rohit Kumar, but now Rohit Kumar is his boss. Think about this. Till yesterday, he was an ordinary Congress fellow. Now he is the boss. So, bureaucracy, their morale went down. I've already said to you guys, to some extent, they were able to neutralize hostile elements. Example, zamindars, because zamindars also knew now Congress is in power. Everyone, 28-month is a sample. Congress has shown just a second. Congress has shown that once independence is won, what all will be achieved. Once we get the independence, what all things are we going to achieve? That is now clear. Fourth, Congress showed that the Indians are not fit to rule is a myth. The Britishers used to say Indians cannot rule themselves. This is absolutely a bogus point. Absolutely not correct. Congress, many times, they stopped the communal riots. They were able to stop the communal riots in many, many places. They stopped it. And finally, Congress used state power without being co-opted to further its ends. They were able to further the ends. Now, Unnati, you came late. Did you attend the labor reforms slide? Tell me. You came almost after, I think, 32 minutes today in the class. Tell me, did you attend that slide? Lastly, without being co-opted, that means without becoming a part of the state, they were able to use the state power for their own or for the benefits of the government, for the people. Lastly, everyone, evaluation, all these are positive points. Some minor negative points, everyone. Some opportunism, some internal strifes, some places hunger for power. These things could be seen in some places, but then overall, 28-month rule of Congress was great for us, was very, very good for us. Everyone, done with this topic, took almost 1 hour, 55 minutes today. So 50 minutes today and 20 minutes that day. 100 and 1 hour, 10 minutes. I told you, without being co-opted, without becoming a part of the state machinery, they use that puja. Everyone, moving ahead. Now, all of you, listen to this next topic, which is basically a mains topic. Everyone, World War II has started in 1939. Everyone. Now, Congress offers that we shall cooperate with government. We are ready to help the British government. Everyone, always remember, this cooperation will be based on two conditions. Remember, something now, something later. अभी क्या चाहिए? Something now is immediately appoint a responsible government at center. That is, give us the power at the center too. And what later? Later, a constituent assembly to determine political structure of free India. Everyone, are you able to understand these 2 points? कुछ अभी दो, कुछ बाद में दो. अभी क्या दोगे? What will you give right now? A responsible government at center, because in center, Congress is not in power. What will you give later on? Constituent assembly, which will decide what type of structure will be there for us. Everyone, why would this be done? Why does Congress need these two things? Congress point is they are needed to convince people to support the war. Congress is saying, भाई लोगों को दिखाना होगा. We need to show the people what did we get in return of our support. Everyone, will government agree to this? Each one of you. Government said no. We are not going to give you anything like this. So now everyone, Congress is saying let us meet. Now everyone, where will we meet? A meeting is called in Wardha. All of you, all the top Congress leaders have come. Gandhi ji is there, Netaji is there, Nehru is there, Sardar Patel is there. Every big Congress leader has come over here. And they all start discussion. What should we do? Basically, guys, I will show you 3 ideas. Gandhi, Nehru, and Bose. Please focus here. All of you. Gandhi ji says, give unconditional support to the allies. All of you those who do not understand who are allies are Britain, France, etc. right now. So Gandhiji is saying give 100% support to the allies. Now, why should this be done? The reason Gandhiji says is they are democratic states. On the other hand, you have totalitarian Nazis. That is, Gandhiji's point is compare the two sides. One side, Hitler's side, is very bad side. You cannot give them the support. Give our 100% support to this democratic people, democratic states like France, Britain, etc. Everyone, is Gandhiji clear? All of you, is Gandhiji clear? Now, everyone, please look at Netaji's idea. Netaji is saying, Gandhiji, don't look into good or bad. Gandhiji, they both are imperialistic power. Imperialism means they both are trying to have more and more colonies for themselves. They are fighting for their own benefits. So Subhash Chandra Bose is saying, Gandhiji, do not look into this particular thing. So no question of supporting anyone is very clear. Gandhiji, there is no way we can support anyone. But then his second point is rather take advantage of the situation. Netaji is saying, Gandhiji, mauka mila hai. Gandhiji, you have got an opportunity. Maar dijiye chauka. Hit a boundary. What a boundary? Gandhiji, launch a mass civil disobedience movement right now. This is the time. Your opponents are on back foot. So let us begin a mass CDM right now. Let's drag these Britishers outside the country. Everyone, am I clear with Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose? What is his idea? Clear? See, what will be decided, I will tell you. Right now, it is discussion that is going on. The discussions that are going on. Let's take black. All of you, third person to give idea is Nehru. And Nehru is basically, he will take half from Gandhi, half from Bose. Please see here how. Nehru says there should be no Indian participation in the war till India is independent. Everyone, can you understand this? Nehru is very, very clear that, see, we should not get into this war till the time we have become independent. So basically, you all can see, unlike Gandhi, who is opposing the support to the, who is saying we should support the slides, the allies, Nehru is saying we should not participate in the war. But then, unlike Netaji, who says take advantage, Nehru's point is no advantage should be taken. That means no immediate CDM. Everyone, because Nehru also understands that a big threat to the world is these Nazis. It will not be good for anyone in the world if Nazis come to power. At the same time, his point is we should not be participating. Arey, all of you, you think na, how can I fight for anyone's independence when I myself is not independent? India ही आजाद नहीं है. India is not yet free. How can it fight for anybody else's freedom? Those who are not getting this, please understand, this is Jawaharlal Nehru. Apply common sense now. Apply common sense. From here onwards, please understand, last from Poon Swaraj, have we made any place, any talk about Motilal Nehru? The last thing we talked about Motilal Nehru is Nehru Committee. After that, everywhere it is Jawaharlal Nehru. In fact, if I'm not wrong, by 1939, Motilal Nehru was dead also. He had already died. Each one of you, am I clear? Everyone, is this clear? So based on this, a resolution is passed. Everyone, we have studied now, after a meeting, after Congress session, they used to pass resolution. Now, all of you, the fascist aggression is condemned. Those who do not understand the word like Nazis, fascists, don't worry. You will study in world history, World War topic. Nazis, they are Hitler's party from Germany. Fascism is the idea that was given by Mussolini, who was from Italy. Don't worry about that. What you should understand is, everyone, can you understand this point? Congress is only criticizing one side. By doing this, what Congress is saying, we also know which side is better side. They are not criticizing allies. Everyone, can you see this or not? Congress is condemning fascists. Second point, Congress says, we cannot be a party to this war. Cannot be a party to this war. Everyone, think about, how can India be a party to this war when India has not been given independence? भाई खुद है नहीं आजादी, दूसरों की आजादी के लिए लड़ेंगे. We are ourselves not independent, but we'll fight for independence of others. How is it possible, man? First of all, let me get mine. Then let me fight for others. So we cannot be a party to any war like this. Third, we are saying, if Britain says that they are fighting for democracy, Britain should end imperialism, should establish democracy in India. But if you are fighting for democracy in the world, walk the talk. What you are preaching, why don't you practice? If you are preaching, Arey, we are fighting for democracy, 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 bring democracy, democracy, democracy in India also. Why are you not bringing it into India? So Congress, everyone, by this resolution, what Congress is trying to do is, everyone, Congress is giving another chance to the government. Congress is saying that, see, we are giving you another opportunity. Please accept our demands. Please take it. Now, all of you, very simple point I have to say. What will be government's response? What will government say? Will they support? Will they not support? Will they accept this thing of Congress? No way. Absolutely. They are not going to accept this. And for those who are asking who is the Governor General, the Governor General is Lilith Go. Lilith Go is the Governor General of them at this point of time. So the government's response at this moment is again of divide and rule. All of you, how will they divide? Think about this. Use Muslim League and the princes against Congress. Use the same old league, religion. Government refused to clarify their war aims. Congress was saying, what will you do once you get independence? Congress is not telling that. Everyone, those who are saying about the British and League relation, those who listen old Hindi songs, I don't know how many of you listen to old Hindi songs. There was a very beautiful movie in early 70s. Movie's name was Safar. Safar means travel. And in that there was a very beautiful song sung by the great Mukesh. It's in Hindi. Those who do not understand Hindi, I will translate in English also. Don't worry. In order to explain the relation of Muslim League and British, I always remember this song. जो तुमको हो पसंद वही बात कहेंगे, तुम दिन कहो तो दिन, नहीं तो रात कहेंगे. That means, whatever you like, I will say the same thing. If you say it's a day, I will say it's a day. If you say it's a night, I will say it's a night. That sort of relation right now, you will see very soon in tomorrow's class, would be between League and Britishers. League and Britishers, they would have this sort of relation. Very soon I will show you. Just wait for some time. Somebody brought this, so I've explained this. But you will see this sort of relation between League and the this side. So war aims Chitturi. They are not ready to tell this thing. They only said war aims. They are not telling that what they will do after winning the war. Government is only saying they will modify GOI Act 1935. That is, they will make some changes in this law. They are not going to bring any constituent assembly, nothing like that. And for the time being, we will bring a consultative committee with whom we shall talk whenever any need is there. Each one of you, am I clear with this entire slide? Only 3 things I have done. Everyone, please understand, only 3 things we have done here. 1, what is the demand of Congress when the war is about to begin? When when government rejects this, what are the different ideas within Congress? Finally, after discussion, what is the resolution accepted by Congress? And what is the response of the government at this point of time? Everyone, till here clear? I'm sorry. Cough does not go in a day or two. That's the worst thing. Cough takes some time. Okay. Satyam, we will study that tomorrow. Bose has already resigned from Congress. Yes, Sanskar, you will see just now. Everyone, I'm moving ahead. Some books they mention that government had a hidden agenda at this point of time. All of you, think about this. Think. How many of you have done polity? Everyone, those who have done polity. In polity, you would have studied the topic of emergency. Article 352, 356, 360. There are different types of articles, different types of emergency: national emergency, the state emergencies, financial emergencies. Now, all of you, those who have studied, simple point I'm saying, and those who have not studied, you will also understand. Tell me, when there is a national emergency, like if there is a war, don't you think the central government takes many powers of the state government? Everyone, many of the powers of the state government is taken by the central government. Everybody knows this. Thank you. Thanks a ton. So, as you all know, World War II is beginning, and the British tried to take advantage of this. How? To take back lost ground from Congress. Whatever they had lost and whatever had been achieved or gained by Congress, they wanted to take it back. As you all understand, the moment this came, Defense of India Ordinance, which later became Act. All of you, ordinance initially, once it is passed by the parliament, it becomes an act. So initially, it was Defense of India Ordinance, later became Defense of India Act. So through this, first of all, civil liberties were curtailed. All of you, again, you would have studied or you will study your fundamental rights. A lot of curtailing of fundamental rights is there. You cannot say I have right to speech, I have right to assemble. No, there are some restrictions on many of your fundamental rights. And I've already said this thing, that emergency power, through this they had also acquired many provincial subjects. Many of the topics on which state governments used to make law, the government had taken all those. Everyone, till here any doubt? All of you, till here any doubt? Don't tell me the fundamental rights. You all know that. I hope you all are understanding that what the government is trying to do here. Basically, the thing is, British, they wanted to provoke Congress. All of you, Britishers are thinking that if we do not do what Congress wants, if we take all the powers from Congress, if we curtail the civil liberties. So all of you, don't you think Congress may start a mass CDM? Congress will be provoked. Congress will start a big movement that will be the civil disobedience movement. And then the moment Congress launches a CDM, government will do preemptive strikes. What is preemptive strikes? That even before Congress has launched this, all the Congress leaders will be put in the jail. And the last thing, all of you understand a very, very big thing. This will be used to show the liberals in the world, the leftists in the world, that see, Congress is what? Congress is pro-Japan. Congress is what? Pro-Germany. That means the moment you will do something like this, they will be using something like this, pro-Japan, pro-Germany. They will be using this. Congress is very clear, government is very clear. The moment this happens, we will portray Congress as this. Each one of you. This all is the idea of Churchill, who is the Prime Minister of England, his Secretary of State like Zetland. Everyone, those who do not understand, in World War II, Japan and Germany, they are fighting against Britain, France, etc. So pro-Japan, if Congress is fighting British, they are trying to show that Congress is on the side of Japan and Germany. Everyone, is this clear? Kavna, Shreyash, am I clear with this point? Pro-Japan or pro-Germany means to show that they are supporters of Japan and Germany. All of you, what will Congress do now? Congress CWC met and they decided to resign from the provinces. All of you, very, very important point. Congress has decided we are going to resign. All of you, you only tell me now. If Congress has no power, provincial subjects have been taken, should they remain in power? On top of that, everyone, why did Congress decided to resign? Because without asking Congress, Lilithgow, the viceroy, declared that India was a party to this war, that India will join this particular war. And without consulting Congress, they did this. So Congress decided that number one, we shall resign to show our protest. Number two, no support to the war. We are not going to support this particular war. That means we are not going to join this. Everyone, who will be happy right now? All of you, who will be happy right now? Of course, government is very, very happy. And Jinnah is very happy at this moment. Everyone, Jinnah, oh sorry, decides to celebrate Day of Deliverance on 22nd December 1939. Jinnah has made it very clear that this day we are going to celebrate as Day of Deliverance. Please remember it for prelims. Deliverance is something we had asked from the God, and the God has fulfilled our wishes. So Jinnah is celebrating this as the Day of Deliverance. Everyone, I'm done with Congress resignation. The last thing here is all of you, everyone, what will Congress now do? Think about this. Congress demanded certain things, government did not accept them. Congress demanded right now give us something, after the war give us something, that was not accepted. Congress has now resigned also. So again, there is a big question mark that what Congress will do. That means again Congress will do a debate on whether they should do a CDM or not. Now let me tell you everyone, Gandhiji is not in favor of mass satyagraha. All of you, Gandhiji gives 4 points for this. Gandhiji's first point is Gandhiji is saying again, Allah's cause is just. Everyone, same old point. Gandhiji is saying which side is good? Britain and France. So Gandhiji is saying I don't want this thing. Number two, Gandhiji says I cannot start a immediate mass satyagraha because people are not prepared. Everyone, Gandhiji's point is we need time to launch a mass movement. Third, Gandhiji says there is a lack of Hindu Muslim unity and it might result in communal riots. Everyone, world war is going on. Community tensions are very high. Any small misstep and it may lead to a big communal riots. Lastly, Gandhiji's point is Congress organization is in shambles and not prepared for a mass movement. Gandhiji is very clear that Congress is not prepared for a mass struggle right now. Everyone, am I clear with this? Everyone, what is the views of Gandhiji? Is this clear? And that is why Congress 1940 Ramgarh session said that see, we shall start a CDM when we think our organization is fit enough, when we think we are in a good health, when we think we are strong, we would start a mass movement whenever we think. Those who do not understand shambles, those who are asking. Shambles is basically that it is not in a proper condition. Jarjar halat mein hai. It's not in a very good condition. So, in the meantime, Congress will work amongst the masses, keep on negotiating with the government, and keep on preparing itself for a mass movement. Everyone, any doubt till here? All of you, any doubt till here? No doubt? Now, please understand the other side. All of you, this point that I am telling, we will study tomorrow. Subhash Chandra Bose had already resigned from Congress and formed his party called Forward Bloc. Apart from that, the other leftist parties like CPI, even Congress Socialist Party, all of you, they were of the view, same thing, they were of the view that, see, right now, launch a mass CDM. They wanted to launch CDM immediately. Everyone, they are saying, Gandhiji, we accept that masses are not prepared. They say, Gandhiji, we accept Hindu-Muslim unity is not that great. We accept Congress organization is in shambles. But they say, all these problems will end the moment you start a mass CDM. Everyone, they are saying that the moment Gandhiji, you will start a mass CDM, all these problems will end there itself. All the problems are going to end. Give one point, give one chance. Everyone, Subhash Chandra Bose even talked about a parallel Congress at this moment. That means dividing Congress and forming a parallel Congress which will take part in this, mass CDM. But these parties, CSP, CPI, they did not support Netaji on this issue. And that's why this idea was dropped. Their point was, right now, if you do anything like this, dividing Congress will only weaken the national movement. Yes, Musharraf. Everyone, am I clear with this? I'm done with this chapter. Only one slide is left. I'm done with everything. Two views, one of Gandhiji and another of this side, that is of the leftists. All of you, please see directly from the slide. Lahore, that day I told you, Pakistan resolution happened in Lahore in 1940 March, where for the first time the two nation theory was advocated. That is, they demanded that they be given a Pakistan. They demanded that they be given a Pakistan in the northwestern and the eastern side of the country, where there is a majority of Muslims. All these areas should be grouped together and made into one nation, that will be Pakistan. Everyone, am I clear? Zeba, CDM. Sham, because his views are not being accepted. Everyone, is Pakistan resolution clear? Muslim League, Sham, can you understand this much? Think about this. Pakistan resolution is the resolution of Muslim League. We are starting module number 19. All of you, you can see here two parts of this chapter: education and press. Everyone, can you see education and press? And we will do press first of all. Why? Because I don't have to teach you much in that. See why. All of you, look at this slide. Everyone, slide number 1, slide number 2, slide number 3, slide number 4, slide number 5, slide number 6, slide number 7, of course 8, 9, 10, 11. Everyone, think I'm asking a very simple point to you. Can you all remember the name of every paper, magazine, book, their writer's name, their foundation years? Can you do this? See, I have been teaching for more than a decade now. I have never been able to remember it. So everyone, can we make a strategy where we shall try to remember the more important points? See, again, please understand, I cannot teach you anything in this. I will try to give you a strategy which, if you apply, it will become easier. For example, see here, and everyone, the names that I will tick, that you should focus. Now listen to me very carefully. I will remember Bengal gadget. I will remember the year. I will remember the place. I will remember the founder. Everyone, why I shall do all this? Because this is the first newspaper printed in our country. Everyone, because it is the first, so founder, year, place, everything becomes important. Everyone, 3-star. Now, as a rule, I will not remember the years ever. See, it is practically impossible to remember the years. Everyone, similarly, it is practically impossible to remember every time the place from where it was started. Some names are very easy. Madras Courier, invariably Madras. Bombay Herald, invariably Bombay. Calcutta Journal, invariably Calcutta. Am I clear, everyone? Third, in founders, each one of you, will I remember this man? Did we study him or not when we were doing socio-religious reform movement? किया था ना? Samvad Kaumudi, Miratul Akbar. So I have put 3 stars on him. Similarly, please remember, socio-religious reform movement. Did we study Rast Guftar and Dada Bhai Naroji or not? Gujarati, Dada Bhai Naroji, Rast Guftar. Now, everyone, will I remember this man? All of you. Devendranath Tagore, did we study him in socio-religious reform movement or not? Similarly, please remember this. Bengali SN Banerjee. All of you, why you should remember this is because SN Banerjee is the first journalist ever to be arrested in our country. Everyone, do you get my point? Please remember this. SN Banerjee, yes, he had cleared civil services also, and later became journalist, got arrested. All of you, have we studied this ever? Everyone, have we studied this ever? Where? Those who are writing yes, where? Vernacular Press Act. Everyone, we studied that when Vernacular Press Act had come, Amrit Bazar Patrika had to change its language from Bengali, which was a vernacular language, and became an English paper. Everyone, do you remember this? All of you, you remember this? Now, each one of you, important or not, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, we studied about him many times. Now, everyone, how many of you read the Hindu newspaper? How many of you read the Hindu newspaper? Year also important, place also important. Please understand. When you will reach your interviews, when you reach your interview stage, the examiner, the interviewers, they will ask you, so Mr. or Madam, do you read newspaper? And you will say, yes, sir. Every day I mug up Hindu. So their question will be, so tell me something about the history of Hindu. Who had started it? What is the insignia of Hindu? When was it started? Everyone, do you get my point? Whichever newspaper you study, for example, if you study Times of India, have the knowledge of Times of India. If you study Hindu, have the knowledge of Hindu. Similarly, all of you, will you all tell me in which chapter did we study all these newspapers? Everyone, in which chapter we studied all these 7? Absolutely, in the chapter of revolutionaries and Gadar movement. Everyone, will you remember this or not? In that chapter, I taught to you that Yugantar, Sandhya, Kal, they are the newspapers of Bengal and Maharashtra. Similarly, these are papers published outside by these great illuminaries. Please remember it. All of you, very, very important, keeps on coming in news. Jawaharlal Nehru, National Herald. Very important. Mahatma Gandhi, very important. Aurobindo Ghosh, Karam Yogi. Am I clear? See, remember one line of mine. I'm not saying that questions cannot come from others. Satpatra series, Gopal Hari Deshmukh, tomorrow it might be asked. And everyone, last thing I will tell you, whichever state service you are preparing, for example, those who are studying for Maharashtra public service also, Gopal Hari Deshmukh, Bal Shastri Jambekar, they become very important for you. Those who are studying for Tamil Nadu public service, Periyar becomes very important for you. Those who are studying for Punjab services, KM Panikkar becomes very important for you. Getting my point, everyone? Apart from this, now, all of you, those who read the new NCRTs, did you find this name in your book? All of you, those who did NCRT, did you find this name in your book? Thana? Everyone, it was there. So this is your work. If there is any book mentioned in your NCRT, please add it in this chapter. I have given you one example. On Tarabai Shinde, her book, Stri Purush Tulna, that means a comparison of man and women, it is given. Whole one page is given on this. Getting my point? So I'm saying, everyone, am I clear? Any book mentioned in NCRT, will you remember it or not? All of you. Similarly, some very prominent people like Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Surendranath Banerjee, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Bipin Chandra Paul, Lala Lajpat Rai, Annie Besant, Swami Vivekanand. Everyone, I prepared this PPT almost, I would say, 7-8 years ago, this press chapter, because I have this conviction that an year, any question from this might come. Already, one question from Lalaji has come where it was asked that he wrote the biographies of Garibaldi, Shivaji, etc., etc. Kishan, please share that with me. I cannot tell you right now. Everyone, I'm really sorry, but in this part of the press chapter, I cannot help you more than this. I cannot mug it for you. Everyone, do you understand? I cannot mug it up for you. This is your work. You will have to do it. Satyam, there are two young Indias. A lot of you are asking for break. I'm in a very good mood. So 11 minutes break, 7:49 to 8 a.m. Let's come back after the break, continue with press chapter, move to education chapter. Thank you, everyone. Everyone, am I audible? Okay. Yes, Hafsa. All of you. So I showed you before the break the press, that is the books and everything. So basically, the chapter that we are beginning is development of Indian press. Now, you all tell me one thing. I'm sorry. Who brought press to our country? We have studied it. That's why I'm asking. Who brought press to our country? Portuguese. Thank you, Mega. It were the Portuguese who had brought the press to India. But then in those days was mainly limited to areas like Goa. So, for example, if I show you the introduction of this, around 1550, they brought the first press and they only printed the first book. I just now showed to you that in 1780, Hickey had started the first newspaper called Bengal Gazette, and that's why he is known as father of Indian press. His paper was also known as Hickey's Gazette, and they used to criticize the British officers in those days. This is nothing but the introduction of this particular chapter. Now, simple thing. First paper began in 1780 and the Britishers remained here till 1947. So the second part of this chapter is, all of you tell me, don't you think in these years the Britishers would have brought many laws in our country with regards to press? Everyone. I will make the whole notes, every important point in one place. But then, please do one thing for me, everyone. Do not compare 2023 with, let's say, 1780 or 1820. Things change. Let me give you one example. The first law, all of you, I don't know whether you know or not. The first law which was brought in those days was in 1799. I'll use another pen. Known as Censorship of Press Act. And please remember who brought it. Wellesley. Everyone, do you understand the word censorship? Each one of you, do you understand the word censorship? Those who do not understand, there is a censor board, for example, in the TV and world. In the print media also we have censorship. Government approves, they would not like inappropriate content to go. First time when such a law came, everyone, what was this law? Under this law, they said every newspaper should print the name of their editor or printer or proprietor. Everyone, tell me, do you think it is censorship? All of you, do you think it is censorship? See, today it seems very normal. Today it seems very, very normal. But those days, because it was the first such thing which came, they were like, why do you need the name of the printer, proprietor, etc.? But let me write the second point, and you will say that, sir, this is the censorship. What is that? Before printing anything, send it to the government. All of you, is it censorship or not? Before writing anything, if the government says that, see, show it to me, this is censorship. And let me tell you, all of you, I can take black. This law was relaxed by Lord Hastings. So everyone, I'll take 2 slides. All of you, you people tell me, can I write the name of Wellesley this side and Hastings this side? Everyone, Wellesley is a supporter of censorship. Hastings is opponent of censorship. Everybody is clear with this? Let me go back to that slide again. I'll keep on moving to that slide. Next major law that came, again I'll take a red pen, came in 1823. And this was known as Licensing Regulation Act. And please understand, blue, this was brought by, just give me a second, Adams. John Adam, he was the acting governor general in those days. Now, all of you, as the name suggests, licensing, that means every publisher who wants to publish something should have a license from the government. All of you, again, you know, not today also, if, for example, if I want to bring a magazine, I need to have a license from the government. And remember this thing very clearly, this, if you don't have this license, there will be a fine of rupees 400 and the press could be seized. Everyone, am I clear with Licensing Regulation Act? All of you, John Adam is saying you must have a license. If you don't have license, be ready to pay a fine of 400 rupees. No, the license could be cancelled also. So Rajesh is asking, could this license be cancelled? Yes. The Governor General could cancel this license. And one of the best example of this was Mirat ul Akbar had been, penalized under this particular law. So all of you, I'm going here, I'm writing the name of John Adam this side. Please see, I'm simultaneously making the notes also for you. Now, hopefully many of you would have heard the name of this third person. Everyone, 1835, a famous act came known as Metcalfe Act. This was named after Charles Metcalfe. Everyone, have you heard this name? All of you, proper noun, Musharraf. Everyone, have you heard this name? Charles Metcalfe. Each one of you, I am putting 3 stars on this. Please see why I am putting 3 star, because Charles Metcalfe is known as liberator of Indian press. Now, all of you, why is he called the liberator of Indian press? Reason is he abolished the previous act. All of you, what I'm trying to say is Charles Metcalfe abolished Licensing Regulation Act. Everyone, am I clear? All of you, am I clear that Charles Metcalfe has abolished the previous act? So each one of you, with your permission, I'm putting Charles Metcalfe this side. Am I clear? Each one of you. Now you people will help me this time. Red. 1857. Green. Again a licensing act came. Everyone tell me, who is the Governor General at this point of time? Everyone, who is the Governor General at this point of time? Canning, isn't it? We studied its Canning. Now you all tell me, in 1857 what was going on? In 1857 what was going on? 1857 revolt, isn't it? So tell me one thing. When the revolt is going on, don't you think government would want to control the press? Everyone, you people need to tell me. If the revolt or the mutiny is going on, don't you think the government would try to control the press? So all of you, he reintroduced the licensing restrictions. So everyone, again with your permission, can I write Canning to be here? I'll go back to this. Everyone, the licensing restrictions were brought back again. Government now has discretionary power. What is discretionary power? That is, if government wants to give license to someone, they can give. If government does not want to give the license to someone, they will not give. See, please understand. Red, I can take black. Please understand, government has got this power, and government prohibited prohibited anyone from using a printing press without license. Again, all of you, same old law has been brought back. See, at the very beginning, slightly boring topic. Slightly boring topic. You cannot help anything. But the way I am doing it for you, this will help you in your prelims. If there will be any question based on this, you can easily answer that particular question. Not that important law, that's why not much is written about this. 1867, another law was brought, and the whole idea was local government should get the copy of any book which is to be printed, a copy of any book 1 month prior. That is at least 1 month before publishing a book. Give the book for our censorship. Now, very, very important, and I will not teach you. Everyone, have we studied this or not? You people will tell me. 1878, Vernacular Press Act, brought by Lytton. We have studied, repealed by Ripon. Everyone, this is the most important law. I am putting 3-star here. But everyone, I am leaving this. All of you, I hope you understand why I am leaving it. Everyone, those who have not attended, please go back and study your 11th module. We studied it in 11th module, moderate phase, very comprehensively. So I am leaving it over here, but then definitely bring Lytton here, bring Ripon over here. No, there we saw. If you want, I can give you one example. Example of this was Som Prakash. That was one example of this. Everyone, 1908, and I'll take 2 columns here, and 1910, 2 laws. All of you, can you recall one thing? 1908 and 1910, around that period of time, in our country, which movement had gone on? Great Ravi. Good. Everyone, which movement was going on? Absolutely, Swadeshi. Now, all of you, if you remember, after Surat split, did the government try to suppress our press or not? You people will tell me. Did the government bring very, very repressive laws to suppress our press? So all of you, green, the Newspaper Incitement to Offences Act in 1908 and Indian Press Act in 1910 were brought. Now you all will see. Everyone, Who is the Governor General right now? Minto. Yeah, Minto 2. You can definitely, there were two Mintos. So, Minto 2 I have brought here. All of you, focus for 1 minute. What does this law say? This law says that any newspaper which is found to incite violence or crimes, license would be seized. Everyone, this act was brought for what thing? This act was brought for, everyone, control revolutionary newspapers. Everyone, few minutes back, did we see or not? Sandhya, Kal, Yugantar, Bande Matram. So to control those newspapers, that's why under this, Yugantar, Sandhya, Bande Matram, they all had been stopped. Every newspaper which is doing this violence, the district magistrate was given this power that if you want, confiscate the printing press. Give 15 days time and you had the option to go to High Court. Within 15 days, whatever you want to do, you can do, but your newspaper is being taken by them. Everyone, am I clear with this? All of you. Now, see, this is very interesting act. Now, everyone, this act said that deposit should be taken by local government. That is, for example, all of you, Rohit Kumar wants to start a newspaper. Rohit Kumar should give a deposit to the government. Everyone, how much deposit? They said it can be 500 to 2000 rupees. All of you, in 1910, is this amount big or not? Everyone, in 1910, is this amount big or not? Okay. Now, let me tell you one more thing. If by chance, let's say, I'll take another pen. If by chance you did anything and that's why your press was forfeited, your registration was cancelled, and then again if you want to start a newspaper, everyone, this time minimum is 1000, maximum will be 10,000. All of you, will I not be correct to say, due to affordability reason, everyone, many press or newspapers could not even start in those days. All of you, do you understand this? Bhai paisa hi nahi tha. People did not have this big amount to give to the Britishers. All of you, are you understanding this point or not? Affordability. They did not have this big sum to start a newspaper. That is why what it did was that almost 130 newspapers could never start because this amount is huge. 350 printing press. Yes, Mega. They were fined. Their security deposit almost of 40,000 pounds was taken. Of course, you could appeal. There was appeal duration of 2 months in which you could go to the High Court, but then you are already, bankrupt by now, if I say like that. Everyone, any doubt in this slide? Everyone, any doubt in this slide? Musharraf, you can convert that. 40,000 pounds it is. Okay, some people are saying I made a spelling mistake. I'll rectify that. Just give me a second. Sham, no need to remember all the years, but some you should. Everyone, am I clear? Should I move ahead? Only 2-3 more left. We have already reached 1910. Sandeep, can you see these people? Are they not kind? Minto 2, Shreya. Okay. HP. Where is HP written? Newspaper, NP, Afrin. Moving ahead, everyone. 19, sorry. What was the case? Red, green, blue. Okay. Red, green, blue, red. 1921, there was a press committee. Okay, I'm sorry. There was a press committee under Tej Bahadur Sapru, the great liberal leader, and they recommended that abolish 1908 and 1910 acts. That is, you should remove these. Lastly, everyone, 1931, 1942, 1947, 31, Indian Press Emergency Act came. 42, Press Regulating Act came. 47, a press inquiry committee was formed. Irwin Lilithgow, Mountbatten. Now, everyone, in 1931, what were we doing? All of you, in 1931, what were we doing? CDM? Okay. In 1942, what we were doing? Everyone, in 1942, what we were doing? We have not studied, but you all should know. Quit India movement. So, guys, can you understand? Whenever any such big movements happened, the Britishers would bring such laws. So, for example, this law, any publication, if directly or indirectly admired the offense of any person, newspaper could be seized. That person could be real or artificial. For example, let's say if somebody writes great words about Mahatma Gandhi and Dandi March, or on Bhagat Singh, or on Bharat Mata, so on this, the newspaper could be seized. As you all understand, this was brought because the Gandhian movement, that is CDM, was going on. Similarly, everyone, when Quit India movement was going on, this act was brought. The logic of this act was registration of journalist was now made mandatory. That is, if you are a journalist, you need to register yourself because Quit India movement was going on. So the news regarding disturbances, there were limitations on this. You could not publish all that. Similarly, there were restrictions on news of sabotage, restrictions on headlines, restriction on space given, all that there was restriction. Last but not the least, they are going back from our country and they have passed Emergency Act 1931 should be abolished. Everyone, we are done with all the laws. Again, I am repeating, the most important we have already studied. Rest, it is for prelims. Focus on this. These people, they have supported the censorship. There are some more people, but then they are not that important. Similarly, here, if you see, Macaulay can be an important person. He supported or he was an opponent of censorship. You can put Munro if you want. Mountbatten. See here. Everyone, any doubt? Do you have any doubt here, or else we are done with the press chapter? I'll tell you, Sandeep. Satyam, do you think in those days there was TV? Satyam, please think. Do you think in 1930 or 1920 there was TV? Yes, Mega. Now, those who have asked me one question, let me write this. See here. Everyone, Prasad is asking, sir, if he was the first journalist to be arrested, why was he arrested? Reason was that in his paper Bengali, he had criticized a high court judge who had, done the criticism of Hindu gods and goddesses. That's why he had criticized him in those days. And for this, SN Banerjee was arrested. Everyone, we are starting the education chapter. Palak, you need to increase your pace. You are the only one who is having the issue. We cannot, this is an easy topic. On this, I cannot waste my time. Education chapter. Everyone, this year's mains question came from this. Now, again, those who are sitting in the class, in today's class, now there are two Palaks. We will talk about the efforts of British government in the field of education. Then very simple, one or two slides, we will see about the Christian missionary, what all they have done when it comes to education. And finally, we shall see Indian socio-religious reformers. Now, everyone, no, I'm not saying only socio-religious reformers, you can also put in intellectuals. Each one of you, we will not study this. Everyone, why will not study this? Tell me, why? Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Vedanta College, Hindu College. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Sanskrit College, Bethany Schools, and a lot such. Similarly, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. Similarly, Dayanand Saraswati and his supporters who started the DAV schools and of course the Gurukuls. We also studied, for example, Sayyid Ahmad Khan, and he started Anglo-Mohammedan, that later became AMU. Wrong, Aftab. Everyone, we also studied about the Sikh institutions in that chapter. So all of you, will I be correct to say we studied this in our 5th and 6th module? Sorry, 7th and 8th module. 7th and 8th module. Each one of you, we studied about a Fort William College under the chapter of civil services in module number 6, civil services. There was a Fort William College. Of course, please understand, this was the work of British government. But we have studied this also in the 6th module. Now when we come later, we study in 11th and 12th modules that during Swadeshi, during NCM, in all these times, our leaders, like they started colleges like Bengal National College. There were many national schools. They were, on the basis of Shanti Niketan, started by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, Shanti Niketan is in news. Each one of you, can you understand that Though the chapter of education we are opening today, but we have studied it at different points earlier, and it is your work to bring this thing at one place. Though all of you can see I've written a lot of this here, but then please do slightly more on this on your own. Number 2, though in your book 1 or 2 pages are given on education, but you can easily leave your Bipin Chandra for this book. And rather, if you do, again, which NCRT you have, depending on that, chapter 8 or 7 of NCRT, class 8. Each one of you, am I clear? Absolutely clear? Last thing, hopefully, we have just done today only. If you all will remember, we have studied Vardha scheme of education in today's class only. In the morning, everyone, please include that over here. Now come to British government. Let's see their efforts. Each one of you, no doubt still here? Ravi, so what did you find it interesting? Okay. All of you, tell me one thing. Before the arrival of British, did we not have education? Did we Indians not get education? We got it. Thank you. Everybody is saying, no, sir, we had it. So, before the British, no, the traditional forms like Gurukuls, Madarsas, they were used to give the education. Of course, the domain of education was limited. Certain castes like Brahmins or the upper caste Hindus, they would get it. They would get it much more than the others. But then to say that there was no education would be wrong. So what did the British bring? Basically, everyone, the British brought the modern education in our country. The Britishers had brought this modern education in our country in those days. Now, all of you, modern education, what they will do, we will study in this chapter. And under British government, we will see both East India Company and under Crown, what all changes have been brought by them. Everyone, in this chapter, we will start from 1757. Each one of you, this one slide is a summary of the total education chapter. All of you, from 1757, we shall go till 1947. For 5 minutes, please focus with me. And this 190 years, we shall divide in 5 phases. All of you, what are these 5 phases? Phase number 1, phase number 2, phase number 3, phase number 4, phase number 5. Please understand, this division in phase is in your hand. If you don't want to divide in 5 phases, no problem. Now, some landmark years. 1813, 1 lakh rupees given for education in India. 1757, Battle of Palasi. From there, their rule had started. 1854, Wood's Dispatch. Of course, this year we got the independence. In between all this, between these two, there was Macaulay, then came Wood's Dispatch, then in 1882, there was this Hunter Commission. Then, please don't ask me what is what. We'll study that. Don't ask me right now. Then, there was this Relay Commission. Then Sadler. Then Hartog. We have already studied Vardha. Sargent. Everyone, do you understand why I made this? Everyone, do you understand why did I make this? If tomorrow there is a question on chronology, everyone, you need to remember this. The order in which all these commissions and everything came. All of you, do you understand now? If there is a question on chronology, they will give you Hartog, Sadler, Sargent, Woods. And you need to remember them. Everyone, am I clear? This is done. Let's start the first phase by taking a new slide. All of you, first phase. Now, everyone understand. Tell me one thing very simple. In this phase, all of you, in this phase, do you think East India Company would have done a lot of work in the field of education? Everyone, you people need to tell me, in your opinion, do you think East India Company would have done a lot? Everybody is saying no. Everybody is saying no. Only 2 people have said yes. Please understand. Everyone, EIC did minimum work. Reason? EIC is busy fighting Mysore, Marathas. They are here establishing their power. पहले consolidate तो हो जाए. Let us get consolidated. Then only we will do anything in education. Everyone, are you getting this point or not? But then there was some exceptions to it. All of you, there was some exception to their work. Now, all of you, simple. Whatever work they did, they needed, they needed Indians who would assist them. Please be very, very clear. All of you, Everyone, the Britishers came from England. Do you think for every small work they will bring people from England? So for, let's say, a work, clerical work, do you think people from England will come? No. So to assist them in their administration, they needed Indians. Plus, all of you, plus, they needed us to understand local customs and traditions. So please understand, they brought some education was definitely imparted to us, but that was mainly because they needed us for assistance and they wanted us for this. That is why those people who are in Calcutta, everyone, please see the exceptions. Calcutta, Varanasi, Calcutta, Calcutta. Give me 1 second. Let me change the pen color. 1781, 1791, 1784, 1800. Started by Warren Hastings, Jonathan Duncan, William Jones, and Richard Wellesley. And then Pink. Just give me 1 second, I'll explain this. Give me 1 minute. Calcutta Madrasa, Sanskrit College, Asiatic Society of Bengal, Fort William College. Everyone, please, one by one, I'm starting here. In Calcutta, in 1781, the then Governor General Warren Hastings started a college or school known as Calcutta Madrasa. The idea of this college was that the Britishers wanted to understand, everyone, you can see, Madrasa, to understand the Muslim law subjects. So this was done. Similarly, 10 years later, Jonathan Duncan in Sanskrit in Varanasi established this to understand Hindu law and philosophy. How many of you are from Calcutta here? How many of you are from Calcutta, this place? Everyone, anyone from Calcutta? Those who are from Calcutta, have you heard about a university named Alia University? All of you, in your district, there is a place called Alia University. Have you heard about that? What is that Alia University? The new name of Calcutta Madrasa. The original building, the old building that was Calcutta Madrasa, now named Alia University. Similarly, again, Calcutta people, how many of you have traveled to Asiatic Society of Bengal? Anyone, have you gone to, Bengal, Calcutta, and traveled to Asiatic Society of Bengal? Everyone? Yes, near the National Library. Dekho, Britishers came to our country. They started to discover many new manuscripts, old books. Now, where should they keep them? They needed a place. Asiatic Society of Bengal today is one of the largest libraries in the world, having the books from way, earlier times. That's your Asiatic Society of Bengal. And I've already told to you why in Calcutta this college was established. It was closed, later shifted to London. All of you, if you all recall, in this phase, our reformers, they wanted only one thing, that the British government should start modern, secular, Western education. Everyone, do you remember? Raja Ram Mohan Roy wanted Western education to be taught in his colleges, because our reformers also thought at this particular point that the Western education can take care of all the problems of present times. Am I clear, everyone? They thought the social issues of those days, the political problems, all that could be, clarified by that. Yes, our Kolkata Offline Center is very near to Asiatic Society building. I've traveled to that place. That's why. Jaya, is this your first class? Is this your first class? If this is your first class, then I should not say anything. Please understand, the timings are not that I will end at 9 a.m. The timings are till 9:30. All of you. How many of you are the products of missionary school or college? How many of you are products of missionary schools and colleges? All of you. Christian missionaries also established many schools in our country. And everyone, if you have the idea, the whole logic of these schools was to Christianize or civilize the native people. Everyone, have you studied this or not? The Christian missionaries, they came to our country to propagate their own religion. Plus, in their view, we Indians are backward people. They came to civilize us. Everyone, I'm asking you a simple question. Did you study about Srirampur or not? Have you heard about Srirampur or not? Yes, Musharraf. Where did we study Srirampur? Danish, Danes. So, the Christian missionaries also started to come to our country during this first phase. So, for example, 1793, William Carey had come to Srirampur, started a lot of, I would say schools, colleges. Similarly, later, person like Charles Grant, who is known as father of modern education in India, he also did a lot of work for the missionaries. Now, please understand, we are entering into second phase. Everyone, first phase is clear? Each one of you, is the first phase clear? Already prelims question has come on this. 2018, the prelims question came. Everyone, 1813, what major thing happened? 1813, what major thing happened? Charter Act, we have studied. this Charter Act gave 1 lakh rupees. Everyone, 1 lakh rupees annually for Indian education. Apart from this charter also gave official permission to the missionaries that come and you can work in our country. Now everyone, there are some problem, and that's why this 1 lakh rupees could not be utilized. Please understand the problems. First question, what will be the medium? Are you going to teach in English language, or are you going to teach in vernacular medium? Each one of you, is the first question clear? Second question, whom are you going to teach? Are you going to teach everyone, or will you teach a few individual? Each one of you, is question number 2 clear? Will you teach everyone in India? Will you teach few people? Third question, everyone, what will you teach? Please guys, are you going to teach Oriental education, or are you going to teach Western culture, knowledge, science? Are you going to teach these things? What are you going to do at this point of time? Fourth question, who will do this for you? Everyone, somebody has to do it, na? So, who will be the agency? Will government take this responsibility on its own, or will they rely on the indigenous system of the Indians? That is, will they give it to the Gurukul Madarsas to do this, or will they take it on their own? Last but not the least, Red, the fifth question was, what would be the role of missionaries, because they have been given the permission? Will they have a free hand, or will they be under the company? Everyone, are the 5 questions clear? पैसा आ गया, खर्चा कैसे करें ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. The money has come. How do we spend this money? This is not clear. There are certain questions that have to be answered at this point of time. And this question, everyone, is known as Orientalist Anglicist debate. Everyone, these 5 questions, they are known as Orientalist Anglicist debate. Orientalist Anglicist. Orientalists are those who want to promote education through Indian classical languages, which are these, like let's say Persian, Sanskrit, Arabic. They want to teach Indian customs and all. Anglicists, on the other hand, want Western education, want Western medium, that is English, to be talked about. So, everyone, in those days, all the people who are in the field of education, they are divided in these two lines. Either they are the supporters of Orientalists or they are supporters of Anglicists. And this debate got resolved finally because of Bentinck's government, who appointed Lord Macaulay. Everyone heard his name? All of you heard his name? If you want his full name, Thomas Babington Macaulay. He was the chairperson of General Committee of Public Instruction. Please remember, he was himself a very, very ardent Anglicist, a great supporter of Western education. All of you, those who have done the NCERT yesterday, education chapter, what is his statement? He says, in one shelf of English library, there is so much of knowledge that is contained in the entire literature of the Arab and the Indian world. Everyone, did you see that statement or not? He has an acute, he is having full contempt for the Indian knowledge. In his view, we Indians, our knowledge is backward, and this is, of course, an insulting remark. In fact, I would not be wrong to say he was a very, very racist man. All of you tell me, everyone, you people tell me, if such a man is made the head of a committee to decide this question, he will give his opinion in favor of what? His opinion will be in favor of what? He will say medium will be English. He will say we will teach a few. He will say we shall give Western knowledge, Western science, Western culture. Of course, initially it would be in the hands of government, and the missionaries would not have a free hand. They would be working, but not totally. So if I give you an example here, only example of Anglicist I'm writing is Macaulay. And everyone, have you heard the name of James Prinsep? All of you, he is an example of Orientalist. All of you, have you heard the name of James Prinsep? Yes, he has discovered, yes, in Kolkata, very beautiful place, Prinsep Ghat. He deciphered the language in which the edicts of Ashoka were written. Already prelims question has come on him. Each one of you. Hopefully this slide is clear. Everyone, what I have written, this is your notes. You don't need anything extra. Just read the book NCERT, 10 pages on this chapter, education, you will be able to solve everything. Nothing else. I'm taking one extra slide because very less space is left over there. All of you, in his view, our teachings was defective, unholy. He wanted to teach only a few and thought that the masses they will get the education by downward filtration theory. Downward filtration theory is yes, Anil, that slowly and slowly, everyone, filtration, that the education will get filtered and will reach the masses. Everyone, do you think it makes any sense? Each one of you, in my opinion, it's a bogus theory. It's a worse theory. Government does not want to take the responsibility, and that's why they have come up with this. Yes, very famous statement. You are absolutely correct, Shi. Very famous statement. He said he wants to have a class of Indians who are Indian in color, but in their taste and affiliation, they are English. Each one of you, for 1 minute, I will divert from the topic. In front of you is sitting Rohit Kumar. Nothing can be done about my blood. Nothing can be done about my skin color. So by blood and by skin, Rohit Kumar will remain Indian. But then, all of you, look at Rohit Kumar's taste and affiliation. Just giving you one idea. Rohit Kumar is speaking English language. Rohit Kumar is wearing jeans and t-shirt. Rohit Kumar yesterday night ate pizza. Rohit Kumar today will be watching cricket. Rohit Kumar loves Western music. Everyone, don't you think in some way Macaulay has been successful in getting a class of Indians who were or who are in taste and affiliation very much Western? Yeah, in moral, in intellect. See, again, I'm giving my example. Don't criticize me. I'm only giving you one example. You can understand, to make you clear. Mindset has become Western. Morality has become Western. Intellect has become Western. We are not criticizing English. Please understand. See, all of you, no harm in knowing English. But the problem is, all of you, the problem is when English becomes the yardstick of everything. Please understand. If I say a very good line in English, I become a smart person. But if I cannot speak English properly, I'm not considered that smart. The problem is people forgetting their roots, their culture. Nothing against English. Every language is great. But that does not mean that we lose our customs. Everyone, am I clear till here? It acted as a link. I'm not denying. English acted as a link. But think, instead of English, had Macaulay made Sanskrit as the language, maybe, I'm not saying I'm sure, but maybe Sanskrit would have become the link language for the entire country. All of you, think about this. See, again, please understand, everyone, in no circumstance I'm trying to belittle English. A lot of us have achieved many things in life because of the fact that we have a command over this particular language. But that does not mean that knowledge of this language makes one superior to someone else who might not be having the knowledge of this particular language. No, see, all this in this phase, mainly in Bengal, Madras, in Bombay, in these places education grew. Other places, that was not that big. Each one of you, is the second phase clear? Every one of you, is the second phase clear? Yeah, this is all called Macaulay minutes. All that which is decided by this meeting is Macaulay minutes. Monraj, I cannot repeat everything. Please understand. Third phase, from 1854 till 1900. The first very important thing, all of you came in the year 1854. Dalhousie is the Governor General of India, named after Sir Charles Wood. That's why called Macaulay minutes. Wood's dispatch. Everyone, do you understand dispatch? Shreyank, do you understand minutes of the meeting? All of you, do you understand dispatch? Release a letter. So Charles Wood in 1854 sent a dispatch which modified Macaulay's minutes, which modified Macaulay's approach with regards to education in India. Everyone, this is so important in our history that it is called Magna Carta of English education in India. Everyone, we have studied Magna Carta. All of you, 12:15, Anil. No, Shushti. Why should there be a holiday tomorrow? Is there anything tomorrow? There is no holiday tomorrow. I don't know why you are asking. Everyone. Oh, there is Eid. I did not know that. But there is no holiday. There is no holiday. Anyways, I'll tell you one thing. This week we had one holiday. So in the morning, let's, have the class, and those who are, celebrating Eid, those who are celebrating Anant Chaturdashi, please celebrate after 9:30. Already this batch, there were 3 holidays. One because of Vand, another because of that Ganesh Chaturthi, another before that also there was, I think, Rakhi or something. 2nd October is also a holiday. I don't know how many holidays came this month only, but then, sorry, Wood's dispatch. Everyone, is this clear? Now, each one of you, please see the provisions of this. Everyone, already 2018 prelims question has come from this. I hope you all will understand that they have rejected the previous theory and given another theory. Now tell me, any doubt in this 6 points? Yes, Palak, there is a Saturday extra class. All of you, any problem with this 6 points? Each one of you, any problem with this 6 points? Second, primary, then secondary, then higher, then college, then university. Like this, the education system was regularized. That is, you go in primary, then you go in the next stages. Grant in aid means money. How will you get money? Think about this. Think about this. You need money, then only it would operate, isn't it? 8th class, Divya. All of you, point number 1, Macaulay had totally ignored traditional education. This could not be ignored anymore. This had to be done. This was also focused upon. Okay, tell me everyone. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Shahid, you can do it from the recordings, but then class cannot be cancelled on Saturday. Unfortunately, no. We are running very, very way behind our schedule. I need extra lecture. And the problem is I'm not available on the other Saturdays of the coming month. That's why. Guys, there are training institutions for teachers also. Training institutions. Hierarchy, I told you, Roshan, from primary, secondary and all that, like that. Hierarchy. Anyone else? Pile, they have not been formed yet. Balaraju, you will be told about that. 10th, affiliated private schools. If you all have understanding of this, there is affiliation of schools. So those private schools which are not run by the government, they will also be given money by the government in those days. Getting my point? Aided means money. Money would be given to them. 7th point, by Macaulay had said only educate few. Woods is saying no, we need to educate the masses. And this responsibility is of the government. Those who want to see the previous. Yes, Anjali. You can write a mail for that. Shresh will come to that. All of you, 12th point. I've already said hierarchy once. Kritika, I've already said hierarchy, primary, secondary, like that. Now, those who were asking about the universities, because of Wood's dispatch, very soon we had universities being set up in Bombay, Calcutta, Madras, and later in all these. Please remember this. Very important. Only one slide and we are done with today's class. Very, very important that the first university set up in those days was in Calcutta. Later Bombay, then Madras, then Punjab around 1882 and Allahabad in 1887. Similarly, education departments were set up in all these provinces in those days. And later in 1897, even an Indian education service was set up to cover or to recruit the senior positions. Last slide, everyone. Can you do some criticism? And let's wrap up the class. Can you do some criticism of this? Chishti, we will go into postmodern there. Absolutely, Zeba is correct. One thing is still less women education. Any other point? Absolutely, there is no jobs. That means there is a lack of focus on technical education as well as vocational education. Absolutely, Afreen is correct. There is lack of inclusivity. That means rural and backward areas, they were neglected. Yes, you can always say only rich and elite went for this education. Absolutely. Everyone. No, downward filtration theory has been removed. Remember, everyone, The syllabus was made in such a manner that it eulogized the empire. That is, it only talked about the greatness of the empire. That was another bad aspect of this education. Last but not the least, this education was never for the upliftment of Indians. It was never for the Indians. It was never meant for our betterment. This all are the criticism. You can add many more points which you want to add over here. Everyone, wait for 1 minute. Am I clear? Just give me 1 second. Till 80 we have done, and okay, all of you, those who are asking what we will study tomorrow, only 12 slides of education are left. We will complete that tomorrow and will enter into our chapter of 1940 to 47. Tomorrow is Thursday. By Friday, we would have got independence. We would have been done with that. And of course, we shall enter into the post independence by Friday, more or less. That would be the case. Am I clear? Those who have no question, goodbye. Thank you. We shall meet again tomorrow, same time. Those who have questions, have patience. Those who are writing, thank you. I might not be able to take your this thing. Thanks. Cannot take everybody's name, but thanks a ton. Yes, Chituri. Balaraju, we have already studied that. Anil, write a mail. I'll get something arranged for you. Mohanraj, in ancient, you will study that. Divya, I'm not sure. Can you tag me again? Anyways, if you would have sent, I would have sent to the relevant people. Those who are writing, thank you. Thanks a ton. Satyam, last day only. Thank you, Chitturi. Thank you. Thank you, Harshita. Thank you, Dhara, Mohan Raj, Priyanka, Roshan, Sachin, Zeba, Ambika, Om Mangrulkar. Thank you, Dikshit. All of you have a great day. Yes, Himani, it had for that only it was brought. Thank you, Tra, Pooja. Roshan, you are a new student. Okay, write a mail to me. Great, Anjali. Thank you, Gayatri. Which notes, Yamini, are you talking about? Someshri, that the few will teach the masses. The government will not take the responsibility of the masses. Thank you, Vaishnavi, Barkat. Palak, I have class again, another class from 11. That's the trouble. That's the problem. Problem is that Rajneesh, it had its defects. That was a problem. Thank you, Ritika. Thank you, Sajal. Shyam, write a mail. I'll look into that. Thank you, Tuna. Kishan, please write a mail. Rosmin, thank you. Ragini, goodbye. Ocean, we have not done that. Thank you, Palak. Balaraju, if you remember, we did Netaji one line when we were doing Swadeshi, non-cooperation movement. Thank you, Roshan. Yes, Himani, not conversion, but for education, but official permission they got. Thank you, Shubham. Anjali, did you attend day before yesterday's class? If you would have attended, you would know the reason. Thank you, Seema. Someshri, you don't have to have everybody suggesting the same thing. Sham, do the revision. Goodbye, Seema. Shivani, class 12th has got only 4 chapters on NCRT. Those two of those 4 is also covered in your modules. Thank you, Arpita. Naman, your question is not clear, but in tablet lectures also, I have covered. If you want, you can do the tribal revolts from there also. Rajneesh, to some extent you can say. Naman, the delivery is different. The way of teaching in tablet and here, there are two different styles. Here, what happens is a lot of times the questions of the student keep on coming. So we have to address that. They're single only on teaching. Someshri, let me see your mail. If you have written a mail to me. Someshri, okay, you have requested. Okay, Someshri, please tag me again. 18th September, it is there. I can see. Tag me again. Thank you, Purva. Sham, I explained that again. Gayatri, I told you do it from 8th class NCRT. Thank you. Everyone, done with the class? Anyone whose doubt is still not addressed, don't tell me that I did not answer your doubt, because I make it a point to address everybody's doubts. Shivani, what you are saying, I'm not sure. What do you want the elaboration? Where do you want the elaboration? Roshan, I'll look into that. Okay, let's wrap up the session. If there is no other doubt, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Let's meet again tomorrow.